There are 3 different types of wheel weights when balancing your wheel and tire package. There's your clip-on weights, there's your stick-on weights, and then there's your balancing beads. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about the disadvantages and the advantages of all 3. So when you're checking out from the cart on TrailBuilt and you package together a wheel and tire package, you have the option to go with either stick-on weights or balancing beads. So one of the advantages to balancing beads is obviously you can't see them. Therefore, more aesthetically appealing, plus you don't have to worry about your stick-on weights flying off at highway speeds or when you're doing a lot of off-roading. Now with anything, there's pros and cons. So with balancing beads, the con is if you go to air down, those little tiny beads can get stuck in the valve core and make it sort of a pain in the ass to air down your tires. The other disadvantage with balancing beads is that it does take them a little bit to get settled into their position when the tire's spinning at highway speeds. So you will feel that vibration of an unbalanced tire for a little bit anyways until they get settled in at highway speeds. Personally, I run balancing beads in both of my vehicles, the 73 International Scout with the 39-inch BFG KM3s, and I love them in there because they self-balance. The only problem is trying to air down. I got to make sure the valve cores are on the upper side of the wheel to air down. Highlander, I run the balancing beads in there, and the reason I run the beads is because I don't want to have to worry about the weights falling off on either one of the vehicles, especially hardcore use when you're doing a lot of off-roading or even trail riding. So then why run stick-on weights? Well, number one is your wheel and tire package, it's always gonna be balanced. Whether you're going slow or at highway speeds, you're not gonna have to worry about that initial vibration like you would with balancing beads. Now there is always the issue of the stick-on weights falling off. If that happens, then obviously you're gonna have to get them rebalanced and they're gonna vibrate on you. The other advantage with the stick-on weights is that there isn't any additional upcharge to get the stick-on weights, whereas there is with the balancing beads. Now it's important that if you do start to feel vibration and you have stick-on weights, it's important to go in and get your tires rebalanced because it will start to cause uneven wear. Whereas if they're the balancing beads, those balancing beads are always going to be balancing your tires as long as you have them on your vehicle. So it's nice if your tires do start to wear down unevenly. If you have the balancing beads, they're still going to compensate for the balancing of the tire and wheel, whereas the stick-on weights won't do that. So if you feel a vibration with the stick-on weights, definitely make sure and get it in and get your wheels and tires rebalanced. And if you guys just do purchase tires from us and take your wheels and tires to a local shop to get balanced, they may ask you if you want the clip-on weights. Now personally, I don't see any advantage to the clip-on weights because they're still prone to trail damage, to getting knocked off of your rim, and number two, they still fall off like a stick-on weight does. So either stick-on weights or balancing beads in my opinion, and plus that's the 2 different options that we offer when you're checking out on TrailBuiltOffroad.com. So basically guys, to sum it all up, if you don't mind spending a little bit of extra coin to get the balancing beads and you don't mind that extra vibration until the balancing beads get settled in, then they're definitely a great way to go. Stick-on weights, no extra charge, plus we do mount and balance your tire package for free when you purchase them on TrailBuilt Off-Road, but it doesn't cost you any more money to go with the stick-on weights if you don't mind the fact that they may eventually fall off. So if you're doing a lot of hardcore rock crawling or even trail riding, balancing beads are great for the extra money. Just be careful that your valve stems are sticking up on the upper side of the wheel when you go to air down so they don't get stuck in those valve cores. Other than that guys, make sure and let us know if you do have any more questions on the different types of weights, or even if you have any personal experience with them, what you like best, and let us know why. And guys, as always, we appreciate all of you for watching and all of your support. I'm Josh from TrailBuilt and we'll see you guys out on the trails.